mathematics, means numerical problem. All of you gone through it from your home, means some additional shunt resistance you have included and how it will work with the different FSD. Did you did you go through it in your home? Hello, I'm not getting any answer. Did you practice it in your home? Yes or no? Rohan.
Yes, sir.
Did you practice it in your home?
Yes, sir. Some problems I did.
Some problem you have practiced. Okay, good. Okay, so this type of problem will come at the time of exam. That's why I'm telling. Okay, then another solution also be there. Another problem there also that you saw that another example. An ammeter has PMMC instrument with having coil resistance of Rm equals to 99 ohm and FSD current is 0.1 milliampere. Okay, so shunt resistance is given, Rs is given equals to 1 ohm. Determine the total current passing through the ammeter with different values of FSD. Okay, that problem also discussed in our last class. So where we can see one important observation, we can see that total current first case you can see. First FSD was 1, okay, means full scale deflection, it was 1, then 0.5 means half of your initial FSD, then 0.25, so 1/4 of your FSD means full. First case it was 1, second case it is 0.5 means half of your first case, and third one is 0.25, it is 1/4 of your first case. So three conditions are there. So as per results, you can see first case you are getting the total current is 10 milliampere. Second case you can see the total current is coming 5 ampere, 5 milliampere. And last case you again you can observe that your FSD is coming 2.5 milliampere. So what is the important observation? Thus the ammeter scale may be calibrated linearly from 0 to 10 milliampere. Are you getting my point? So whatever your FSD has changed, okay, linearly the total current also been changes. Okay, that's the important observation is there. That's why in PMMC instrument you see that it's linearly distributed. Okay, so that important issues are there. Okay, so from where you can easily identify that what kinds of instruments is it? Is it PMMC instrument or it is a MI instrument? Okay, from identification point of view. Okay, I think you are getting my point. Then I discussed about swamping resistance. Okay, that portion also been discussed. Okay, then multi-range ammeter. Okay, so where you can see like your multimeter type of concept. Okay, in case of multimeter, what we will do that different range was there for current. Okay, for voltage. Okay, so there is a options. Okay, means measuring instrument having its own value. Okay, if you are able to change the shunt resistance path, that you see that one is your shunt resistance path. Okay, if you are able to change it, so automatically you are able to measure that values. Okay, that's why it is called multi-range ammeter. Okay, initially you can see it is in B condition, then you are changed to C, D, E. Okay, like that it is changing. Okay, so if this occur, the high resistance of the instruments would affect the current flowing in the circuit. Okay, during the switching, there are actually two shunt in parallel, which is the with the instruments. Okay, that's kind of condition is there. Okay, simple thing. Then atom shunt is there. Okay, there are what is from the figure you can see the arrangement. Okay, like your previous conditions. Okay, multiple resistances are there in parallel. So atom shunt conditions, what you need to do first, you can see that your measuring resistance value is Rm. Okay, so instruments having its own resistance, but that is Rm. So current is passing through the instrument, it is Im. Okay, so total current is I. Okay, so A and D, there are three terminals are there, B, C, D. Okay, plus minus terminal is connected here. Okay, it is plus, one is fixed terminal, another one is variable terminal. Okay, that A terminal. So plus is connected over there. Okay, so from here I can use some highlighter. So you can, so plus is connected over there. Okay, and minus will be connected there. Okay, so minus is connected there means it is your minus terminal. Okay, so minus terminal, plus minus. Okay, so same thing also happens. So here you can see it is your minus terminal. Okay, and plus terminal is there. Okay, it is your plus terminal. Okay, it is your plus terminal. Okay, so IM is coming over there. So there are three conditions. You see the pointer is there, A, B, C. Okay, that is A is that minus terminal, then the rest of the thing is your B, C, D. Okay, so first condition, if it is in B, then what happened? The entire path, the shunt field is connecting the short of the shunt path, R1, R2, and R3 all are in series. That's why it is written that R1 plus R2 plus R3 in parallel with Rm. Okay, so it is your Rm. Okay, it is your Rm path. So Rm is given. Okay, Rm, this is your Rm, and it is RSH. RSH is shunt path. Okay. Second condition, what happened when that slider, that it is called that pointer or slider, the slider is changed from B terminal to C terminal here. It is switching from that side. Okay, so now you can see A and C path is connected. So minus is connecting over there, minus is over there. So that R3 is out of the picture in from the shunt field. Are you getting my point? So R3 is not there in the shunt field, but it is connected in series with Rm. You can see the consideration that IM current is there, IM connecting, then IM current is passing through here, then meter deflection, then here, then it return part is negative. So after that it is coming IM come here, then it is returned through this part. And positive terminal will be there, that these two are in series, then it is the positive terminal. Okay, then it is coming to the negative. So both of the side. Okay, that means it is sorry, it is splitting two path, then it is joined this point. Okay, I think all of you are able to understand. So what is your RSH path? RSH path is R1 plus R2. Okay, initially it was R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, now actually this is for more shunt field, means shunt resistance is more compared to second case, means the less current is flowing through that, means ISH value is less. Okay, if you try to increase the range of the meter, so shunt field resistance should be reduced. So most of the current will be bypassing through the shunt field resistance. Okay, so here we can see that conditions. Okay, number three, number three conditions is there. Okay, when number three conditions in mathematics, number three you can see what happened then. Directly it will be means condition 3 that A, that it will be connected with the D. Okay, A D will be connected. Then what happen? Okay, so what will be the shunt field path? Shunt field resistance will be only R1, and you see that it will be separated from this point. Okay, two ways. So R1 then coming back to the negative terminal. Okay, it is your negative terminal. Then rest of the portion is Rn. Okay, series with R3 plus R2, then it is coming to that part. So you can see that RSH will be that condition only R1, and Rm star. Okay, Rm star will be Rm plus R3 plus R2. Okay, I think all of you are able to understand. So from another method of protecting the deflecting instrument. Deflecting instrument means whatever instruments are there, PMMC instrument, or you can include any of the instruments for protecting with the overcurrent flow. Okay, actually this is directive instruments. Okay, the deflection instruments of ammeter from the excessive current flow from when the switching between the shunt resistors R1, R2 and R3 constitute called the R-turn shunt. Okay, this is known as R-turn shunt. Internal ammeter resistance is given, that is R in or R in, you can also write. Okay, so R in equal to Vs by I. So first case, okay, Vs by I. Okay, then what is R in? R in will be what R in you have to calculate. So Rm star parallel with RSH, the common formula means if you internally you are connecting all those things, so parallel equations. Now Rm value will be changed with time to time. Okay, Rm star value will be changed. Sorry, Rm star parallel with RSH. So RSH value and Rm star, three conditions it has changed. Okay, so based on that we can do some numerical problem on it. Okay, simple problems are there. Okay, so what are the problems? First condition, a PMMC instrument has a
Sir,
three. Hello. Please tell me.
sir,
Yes.
sir, for what that CD wire is there?
I'm not getting. Please pardon me.
Sir, across the R2 resistance, there is CD wire. That C and D. So for what that is?
This is not the word. This is changing fluid. This slider. This is called slider. Did you see the rheostat?
Yes, sir.
Rheostat. Did you see?
Yes,
Like
sir.
what type of terminal? There are several terminal. Okay. So in the, if you see the multimeter, there are different options are there, like port type of thing. So you have to open that one and connect that thing. It's just like a switch of thing. But in it is not like it's such type of switch in our home. We are using piano type of switch, but it is not like that. But there is some changeover switch, means directly A and C you are connecting. So there are three terminals, like your 3-point starter. Different terminals are there. So you can first connected A terminal is connected to B. Okay, first condition you can see A terminal is fixed connected to B. Then you are from changing from B to C. Okay, then C to D. So very means the conductivity of the path is very high. Means normally it is happened with that copper path. Means copper switching, means in case of switch the copper bars are there. Okay. Okay, so changeover type of switch. Okay, so such
Yes,
type
sir.
of things are there. Okay, and very less resistance one, means it should not have any internal resistance loss. That's why copper track is normally using for it. Okay, so this numerical you can see that Arton shunt connected across it to make the ammeter as shown in the figure. That figure is given. Okay, the resistance of R1 is given. So resistance of R1 is given 0.05 ohm, R2 is given 0.45 ohm, R3 is also given 4.5 ohm. Okay, so you can see the changes. It is range of 10. Okay, initially more or less it is 0.4. You can say like that it is 0.045 type of thing. So if you multiply that with 10, so you will get the value of R2. So relation almost is R1 equals to almost 10 times, R2 is the almost 10 times of your R1 and R3 is almost 10 times of your R2. Okay, such type of connections are there, means common idea. Okay, so Rm it is given 1 kilo ohm from the data sheet. Full scale definition means FSD is given 50 micro ampere. So calculate the three range of ammeter. Okay, so three ranges you need to find out. Simple thing. So that like your previous formula, you can directly implement that formula. Vs equals to Rn into I. Okay, so same thing. Vs equals to what? V plus, it is plus terminal, it is minus terminal. So V is connected over there. Okay, so now V is connected over there. It is your V. Okay, so V is connected from here to here. Okay, so V is connected over there. So you have to parallel path. So V is equal to Im Rm. So you know the value of Im. Okay, Im you can consider that full scale deflection, which is 50 microampere. That is your Im. Okay, so Im Rm also given 1 kiloampere, so 50 millivolt. So Vs is given 50 millivolt. Okay, means you have calculated. So now first case you are getting that Is. So current dividing rule you can also use, or directly you can get that value of Is. Total potential. Okay, so total potential Vs whole divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. So direct you get it. Okay. So Is is getting, so you are getting the value of Is 10 milliampere. So I equal to what? Is plus Im. So it is your Im, and the total Is means shunt field current. Total shunt current path is Is. Okay, that you have calculated. So I equal to what? Im plus Is. Is 10 milliampere and Im equals to 50 micro ampere. So directly you will get it for 10.05 milliampere. So this is for contact B, for conditions when directly A is connected to the B. So second condition also be there. A is connected to the C, A is connected to the D. That you need to calculate. Okay. So switch at the constant contact on the C when connected to the C. So first one is switch is connected to the B. Okay. Second condition, it is connected to the C. I think my slide is visible from your end. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is
Yes, sir.
Is visible, na? Good, very good. Okay, so condition of the switch you can calculate. Okay, similar thing, Vs equals to now what? Im into Rm plus Rj. Okay, now you can see that Im, that Rm is series with that R3 for when that A is connected to the C. Okay, so total Vs appear across your Rm plus Rs. So Im you can directly calculate it, but series that meter current should not be changed. Na? So simple way you can find out 50 microampere whole into 1 kilo ohm plus 4.5 ohm. So it is coming more or less 50 millivolt. Okay. So coming almost same voltage. Okay. First case you can see it was 50 millivolts. Second case you can also see it is more or less 50 millivolts. So there is no changing of the voltage. So it is cross changing path. If there is some printing error, means typo error, it should be A. Okay, ampere. Okay. It should be A, not 0. Okay. So second case here you can see Is value, you can directly find out Vs by R1 plus R2. In second case you can see that R1 and R2 are in series. Okay. And Vs is appear across R1 plus R2 and parallel with Rm plus Rg. So Vs equal to what is the shunt field current? So Is equals to Vs whole divided by R1 plus R2. Easily you can find out like your previous formula. Okay, so you are getting that 100 milliampere. Okay, so I equal to you are getting that finally 100.05 milliampere. So second case switch is connected to the D conditions. Third case, okay, that A is directly connected to that point. Okay, D point. Okay, what will be that current? Similarly, you are getting that amount of current. So Im equal to now Vs equal to Im whole into Rm plus Rc plus R2. So it is coming more or less 50 millivolts. So all three cases that Vs voltage has not been changed. So more or less it is fixed voltage. Okay. This step is doing for cross checking it that however we are right or wrong. Okay. So now you can see that Is value Is equals to Vs by R1. So 50 millivolt whole divided by 0.05 equal to coming 1 ampere. Okay. So now what is the value of I? I equal to Im plus Is. So 50 microampere plus 1 ampere. So finally it is coming 1.0005 ampere. So you can see the range. First case, you can see the range is less. Okay, so you can see the first case the current measuring current range is less, that I value is less. Okay, so I told you now, so whatever you are doing, what kinds of experiment, what kinds of numerical, you have to see the observation. Okay, means we should draw some conclusions. Okay, so from the conclusion, how to get it? From observation idea. So first you need to check that observation. So I is there. Okay, so I is there current. Okay, so you see that first case it is coming 0.05 milliampere. You can see the first case. Okay, 0.05 milliampere. Okay, so it is coming 10.05 milliampere. Second case you can see the current range is increased. It is coming 100.05 milliampere. So it is almost 10 times. Okay, here you can see the resistance range also changing almost 10 times more or less. So range also changing as per the 10 times range. So it is 10 milliampere. So now it is coming 10 times, means 100 milliampere range. Are you getting my point? Condition 3 means more shunt resistance, shunt field path resistance is very less, only R1. Second case, shunt field resistance is R1 plus R2. Okay, first case shunt field resistance was more. It is R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now it has changed to 10 times. Okay, so you can see another 10 times multiplications. Okay, so it is coming 1 ampere. Initially it was 100 milliampere. Second case it was 100 milliampere. Now it is coming 1 ampere. So linearly varying. Okay, that's the beauty of this PMMC instruments. Okay, so it is. You can see that there is a divisions. Divisions are linearly divided. Okay, so that options are there. Simple thing. Okay, so I hope till now all of you are able to understand what I have discussed. Okay, so that portion is very important at the time of exam. Such type of problem will come. Okay. Okay, so so some important points are there. Okay, so accuracy and the loading ethics. Okay, so simple points are there. So true value and the measured value. So first, I have in my some initial days lecture, I discussed about some standardizations. Okay, some errors value, absolute error, relative error, percentage error. Okay, different types of things I have discussed in my first means initial classes. Okay, so I think all of you are able to remember this. So what is your actual value? Okay, and what is your true value? Actual value means what you are going to be means you are getting from the measured options, and true value means what is your reference value. That I have given means on examples I took, like in our human body, means that is called reflex arc. Okay, first we are touching the finger to the odd vowel. Okay, so there is some reference value in our brain, means processing unit should give some threshold value or reference value. Okay, so that reference value is called the true value. That how to find out? Here you can see it's an DC circuit with source and resistor. Okay, so internal resistance of ideal ammeter is 0 ohm, but in practice the internal resistance has some value affect the measurement results. So normally what happen, ideal condition you are getting the 0 ohm, but just like your source, energy source means voltage source. Normally what happen, the voltage source is considered there is no internal resistance, but practically some internal resistance are there. That's why some IR drop is there. Okay, whatever voltage you are getting from the battery, some potential drop inside of the battery also been observed. Okay, so that's why that some internal drop also be there. Okay, this error can be reduced by using higher range of measurement. So if you go for a high range of measurement, so that amount will be negligible. Okay, that's why you can neglect it. Okay, let us calculate the relationship between the true value and the measured value. Okay, so IT is the true value, so it is coming VTH by RTH. They are doing the Thevenin's theorem. Okay, I think all of you are aware about the Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem in your basic electrical class. Okay, so whatever circuit you have, the circuit should be linear, bilateral. The circuit should be linear bilateral. Okay, the circuit should be linear bilateral circuit. Okay, the entire circuit can be represented by with the equivalent open circuit voltage series with some equivalent resistance. Okay, to find out the means whatever loads you have, first you have to remove the load. Some conditions was there. There are different cases was there. First case you have to remove the load, then you have to calculate the open circuit voltage. Okay, so your circuit is implemented through the equivalent circuits, like your open circuit means equivalent voltage and equivalent resistance. They should be series in case of Thevenin's theorem. Okay, to find out that load resistance or load impedance. And in case of Norton's theorem, what happened? Your circuit should be represented short circuit current and the equivalent resistance. Short circuit current means you open the load terminal, make them short, and you have to calculate how much current is flowing through that load, means how much short circuited current flowing through this load terminal. Okay, that you need to calculate. Okay, so that you need to calculate, and that current, if you are getting from it, that value is be considered like a current source, and it is parallel by your equivalent resistance. Okay, so directly it is coming parallel, and you can add some resistance over there. Okay, so just like that methods. Okay, so true value, what happened? You are getting VTH by RTH. Okay, there will be no additional resistance inside is considered. Okay, means but in case of measured value, actually what happened, you can see the denominator has changed with additional Rin is included. Okay, so you have to find out the accuracy Im by It, means measured value by true value. So RTH by RTH plus Rin. Okay, you are getting it. So percentage of accuracy is coming Im by RT. Okay, into 100%. So this is your accuracy. Okay, finally we will get that value. So RTH by RTH plus Rin equal into 100%. Okay, it is coming such a way. Okay, RTH, VTH, it is getting used such that when. Okay, simple thing to calculations questions. Okay, so now you can do some numerical problem. Okay, so for a DC circuit shown in the figure, given R1 okay equal to 2 kilo ohm, R2 also given 2 kilo ohm with the voltage having 2 volts. So 2 volt voltage is given. Okay, so the internal resistance, sorry, you have to find out the current flow through R3. Simple thing, internal voltage resistance is there 100 ohm. Calculate the percentage of accuracy and percentage of error. That you need to calculate. Simple thing. Okay, so you have to open it. So you have to find out that open circuit voltage, that means VTH. How to get the VTH? So you have to open the terminal. So if you open it and that RTH will be there, current terminal is open it and voltage terminal you need to short it. So what you will see that R1 and R2 are in parallel series with your R3. So directly it is coming 2 kilo ohm. Okay, so multiplication by additions. It should come 3 kilo ohm. Okay, so some mistake is there, calculation mistake is there. Please change it. Okay, so R1 parallel R2 means multiplication. R1 into R2 whole divided by R1 plus R2. So 2 into 2 whole divided by 2 plus 2. So it should come 1 kilo. Okay, so 1 plus 3 R3 is 2 kilo ohm. So it is coming 3 kilo ohm. Okay, or you can consider that R3 is 1 kilo ohm. So it will come 2 kilo ohm. Okay, then you have to calculate the VTH. Simple thing, VTH equals to what? That total current. Okay, so RTH, you can use some voltage dividing rule. Okay, total voltage whole divided by VTH is coming how much across to the R2. So you can see that VTH almost coming across to the R2. So it is coming voltage dividing rule E whole divided by E whole into R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, where you are getting that VTH. Okay, so directly if you replace them, you are getting the value. So true value you are getting from that formula, that VTH whole divided by RTH. So VTH by RTH, that values are coming. Okay, then IM you can also get. So formula is there, RTH whole divided by RTH plus RIN. So you can replace that one, that values. Okay, it is coming 476.19 microampere. So 500 microampere is your true value and measured value is coming 476.19 microampere. So you can find out the accuracy, percentage of accuracy, IM by IT whole into 100%. So it is coming 476.19 microampere whole divided by 500 microampere. So it is coming 95.24%. So how much errors are there? Percentage error 1 minus percentage of accuracy. So simple thing. So 4.76% of the error. Or you can do one thing, 500 minus 476.195 whole divided by 500. So it is also coming such type of thing, 95%. So again you can subtract it from 100%, so automatically it will come. Okay, I think you can understand that simple portion. Then the DC voltmeter. Okay, so everything I have discussed up to for ammeter. Now we have to do it, and now we have to do it from voltmeter point of view. Okay, so what are the, in case of ammeter, what are the additional resistance are connected parallel to your system? But in case of voltmeter, basically you are adding means include means what you are doing in case of voltmeter, you are measuring the potential drop. Okay, so you have to connect the additional resistance in the series. Swamping resistance will be there and the multiplier resistance. That additional resistance is called multiplier resistance. Okay, so it is RS. Okay, IM will be same. Okay, there will be no changes of IM. RM also be there. Coil resistance, it will be series. Okay, that is your voltmeter. Okay, meter is there. So from the PMMC instrument diagram, it is getting, you are getting the diagram from here. Okay, so the construction of the DC voltmeter and it's your voltmeter circuit. Okay, simple thing. So the deflection of the PMMC instrument is the proportional to the current flow through the moving coil. That you can already conclude from the previous studies, different numerical problem, observations. Okay, so V equal to I into 1. If the current is proportional, definitely voltage also be the proportional to the system. The coil current is directly proportional to the voltage across the coil. Okay, so that is that's why you can say like that. The coil is normally quite small. Thus, the coil voltage is also usually very small. Okay, without any additional series resistance, multiplying resistance. Okay, the resistance of the PMMC instrument would only measure the very low voltage. Are you getting my point? Why it is able to measure the very low voltage? Okay, the voltmeter range is easily increased by connecting a resistance in series with the instruments. Okay, the meter current is directly proportional to the applied voltage, so that the meter scale can be calibrated to indicate the voltage. Okay, I think you are able to understand what you need to do. Okay, so directly proportional, that's why proportional to applied voltage. Okay, that's the study. Okay, simple thing. So same thing also happened with the voltmeter. So additional resistance will be series. Okay, RS is the series. Okay. Then what happens if it is connected in series? Directly you are applied the voltage dividing rule. Okay, in previous case for ammeter you are using current dividing rule. So here you are using voltage dividing rule. So additional resistance, if you increase the range of RS, so what happens? Current will not change because it is in series, but the voltage drop is changed. Okay, V is fixed. Okay, more resistor, more value of V means then what happens? The voltage appear across the resistor. It will be Rm whole divided by Rm plus RS into V. Okay, what is the voltage appear across the meter? So that is using voltage dividing rule. Simple thing. Okay, so Rm is the internal resistance of the voltmeter. So it is coming Rm whole divided by Rm plus Rs whole into V. Okay, if that Rs value is increasing, that means denominator values are increasing. Definitely that denominator increasing means that magnitude will be less. Your voltage and voltmeter magnitude also been coming less. Okay, means whatever voltage you are increasing over there, there should not be any deflection. Means there is some range. Beyond the range, it should not go. Otherwise, your instrument damage. Okay, that's the study. The voltmeter range is increased by connecting the multiplier resistance with the instruments. Okay, single or the individual type of extension range. Okay, RV equal to RS plus RM. So you can replace that one. So equal to also IM into RV. Okay, equals to IM into RV equals to you are multiplying that current with both of the end. Okay, so IM into RV equal to IM into RS plus IM into RM. So what is the value of RS? RS equals to that one. You can replace now RV equal to replace. Sorry, that is coming from which end? You are multiplying that IM RS equal to V minus RM. Okay, so sorry, some okay, that you are replacing that value of V. Okay, what is V? V equal to, you can see over there, what is V? V equal to again that RS plus RM. Okay, into IM, that you can also write the V. Okay, that portion you can write also the V. Okay, so such that way they are writing such a manner. Okay, so just let me check. RV is what? RV is the internal resistance. Okay, RS is the series resistance. RM is the sorry, voltmeter resistance. RM is the measuring resistance. Okay, so now you are multiplying with IM into RV equals to IMRS plus IMRM. Okay, so you can do one thing, that RM plus IS. Okay, so RM plus IS, what is RS? Now you can do one thing, so make them that side. Okay, so IM RM is there, sorry, IMRS is there, you send it to the left side, okay, left hand side. So how much that value? IMRV minus IMRS equal to IMRM. Okay, so you have to find out, sorry, IMRM you are sending that side. So IMRS equals to what? IMRS equals to IMRV minus IMRM. Now you have subtract that value. Okay, so IMRV, it can also be write such a potential drop across the voltmeter. Okay, so that RV is the resistance of the voltmeter. So it is written like that V. That V is coming from here directly, the voltage measurement across the voltmeter. Okay, directly you can replace that value of V. Okay, so now your means cross multiplications with the IM. Okay, so automatically both side IM will be right, so it is coming V by IM. So simple thing, you just rewrite that equation in form of voltage. Okay. The last equations can be used to select the multiply resistance value of RS. Okay, for certain voltage range FSD. In case IM will be full scale current. Okay, IM is the full scale current. How much maximum current? The multiply resistance that 9 times to the coil resistance can increase the voltage range a factor of 10. So multiply resistance plus coil resistance. It should be the maximum 10 times. Okay. In my last test, you can also see. Okay, so voltage sensitivity, you can also find out the definitions and the total voltmeter resistance. Okay, whatever voltmeter resistance you have or the internal resistance are in. Okay, divided by the voltage range or the full scale. So sensitivity formula is the total resistance R in whole divided by the range. Okay, another formula is there 1 by full scale deflection voltage VFSD. Okay, that is kilo ohm per volt. So whatever unit is there, it decided by you. Okay, so it is coming such that range. Okay, sensitivity. Some examples are there. You can do that example from your from practice it from your home. So with different FSD again we are checking like your ammeter. So in ammeter what we are doing. So FSD for 100 microampere is already given. Okay, PMMC instrument total current, coil resistance 1 kilo ohm. Okay, covered is to be converted the voltmeter, determine the required multiplier resistance. If the voltmeter is measured 50 volt at the full scale and voltmeter sensitivity you need to calculate. Also calculate the applied voltage when the instrument indicate 0.8, 0.5, 0.2 of the FSD. So first condition we are checking. Okay. So 50 volt is there. You are measuring that 50 volt is your FSD. Okay. So V equal to IMRV, that you know that one. Okay, internal resistance of voltmeter. So that IMRV equal to again write down in such a manner IMRS plus the total resistance. So RS plus RN, it is your RV. Okay, internal resistance of voltmeter. So RS plus IMRS plus IMRN. You can replace another formula is there already there. RS equal to VM by IM minus RN. So these two formula you have already. Okay, now you can replace the quantities. Okay, you know the value of IM 100 microampere, it is given the current FSD. Okay, 100 microampere. So you can replace that value of IM over there. V is given 50 volt. Okay, full scale voltage FSD. RM also given 1 kilo ohm. Directly you are getting that RS equals to 499 kilo ohm. Please tell me.
That RV equal to RS plus RM. So that is we have defined it, or it is always that?
No, it is all we have defined it. RV means what? RV is equal to series resistance of RS plus meter resistance. So when we are getting that voltmeter in your hand, okay, so that voltmeter inherently having some series resistance, just like your multimeter, just like your ammeter, it having inherent some shunt resistance that is already there inside of the ammeter. Okay, so multi-ranging applications, not the all. So multi-ranging applications mean you are try to measure up to 600 volt, there will be only one resistance. Okay, so but if you want to measure for multi-ranging reason, sometimes you are want to measure 300 volts, 150 volts, sometimes you are measure for 300 volt, sometimes you want to measure 600 volts. So multi-ranging application, that RS value is changing. Okay, you are getting my point that RS value is changing. So RV equal to what? RS plus IM. Sorry, RS plus RM. Okay, that's the same thing, and you are defining that value. Okay, so I think you are getting my point. So now we are replacing the value IM. IM is already there. Okay, replacing, so you can able to find out that RS for 50 volt FSD. Okay, for 50 volt FSD. Now we are changing that value. Now 0.8 volt FSD. 0.8 volt means, so what is your current range? It was 100 microampere. So full scale current divisions it is given. Applied for also calculate the applied voltage when the instrument indicate 0.8, 0.5 and 0.2 of FSD. So we are going to find out that 0.8 FSD first. 0.8 FSD of what? 0.8 FSD 100 microampere. So it is already given. So you are multiplying. IM is given. So since the voltmeter, the total resistance RV equal to that I am telling RS plus IM, so 500 kilo ohm. So sensitivity is coming from total resistance whole divided by voltage. So it is given total resistance Rn whole divided by voltage range. So it is a sensitivity. So sensitivity is coming 500 kilo ohm whole divided by 50 volt. So it is coming 10 kilo ohm per volt sensitivity. So then you are this is 0.8, not 8 actually. Okay, so 0.8 of FSD. Okay, 0.8 of FSD. So it is coming IM equal to what will be the value multiplied by 0.8, so 80 microampere. So now your voltmeter reading will be V equal to IM into RS plus RM, or you say like that IM into RV. Okay, so RV is already there. Okay, 400 that value, it is your RV, 500 kilo ohm. So 80 microampere into 500 kilo ohms. So it is coming nearer to the 400 volt. Okay, nearer to the 400, sorry, 40 volt. Okay. Second case, FSD is changing 0.5, means 50% of your actual FSD. Okay, so it is coming. How much initially it was coming? First you can see the for 100% FSD it is coming 50 volt. Okay, 0.8% FSD it is coming 40 volt. You can also multiply it 50 into 0.8, so 40 volt. That means proportionally changing. It is also satisfying. We are cross checking. Okay, we are cross checking with the another conditions. Okay, for 0.5 FSD it is coming. What is the value of IM? 50 microampere, means 0.5 into 100 microampere, so 50 microampere. So V equal to 50 microampere whole into 400 kilo plus 1 plus, so 25 volt. For 0.2 FSD, 0.2 of FSD, it is coming one IM equal to 20 microampere, V equals to 22 microampere into 500. So it is coming 10 volt. So you can also getting same results. Okay, with multiplying with 50 volt. Okay, that is first case 100% FSD voltage. So exactly this range will come. So that's why you can conclude from this study. Thus the voltmeter scale may be calibrated linearly from 0 to 50 volt. So similar as it is a PMMC instrument, like ammeter, it also gives the linear variations of the voltage. So scaling of the ammeter or voltmeter or PMMC instrument always linearly changing, means linearly varying. Okay, I think all of you will to understand my point. Okay, so voltmeter having some swamping resistance. Okay, that I will discuss in my next class. Okay, so I think another class will be there scheduled from 9. Okay, so you please go through all those things. Okay, if you have any confusion, you can ask me in my next class. So next class will be when tomorrow there is a next class.